To fix the invisible zip, you have to sew the gap that it's here. So what I'm doing, I go back to the reverse part, that exactly where the stitch finished. Okay, and I will do another reverse just to know that the stitch is very strong here. Yeah, now after I did this, I need to change the stitch length, and I'll put it to 4 number instead of 2.5, that it's the normal stitch that we are sewing. I'll put it at 4. And now I will go and I will stitch where the zip will be. Yeah, I'm taking the pins. I don't sew over the pins. Some people are sewing over the pins, and I just follow the former stitch where the zip was, the old zip that we are now getting rid of. Okay, and I'll stop here because my client wants a little bit of waistband to be turned because the crotch is too long. And I finish. I take the trousers out, and now we have to come and change the foot, and we'll put a zip foot, which will help me to attach temporarily the zip. So we have to attach it because this zip, it's a very particular zip, and it have to be very accurate. So as you can see here, I hope you can see, here it's where I finish my yeah, I did my reverse here. So my zip have to be sewn to here. So now I will open the stitch like this, and I will go and I will press it with the iron. This is the ideal way of doing it. So what I'm doing now, I hope that you are seeing because I'm trying to film myself by myself, so it's not easy. So we put the right side of the zip to come on the right side of the trousers. Yeah, so if we turn this one to here, yes, I think it will be okay. Okay, so I put the nose out, and from here on I'll start to pin the zip, and then I'll start to sew it to fix it in place. Yeah, so all the way to the bottom. Yeah, so it's very small seam allowance, but it's okay. It's about 1.5 centimeters. So this is what I have to do to pin my zip along, just to keep it in place. And the middle of the zip, this part, have to be exactly on my seam. Yeah, so this is the way I know that I am exactly in the middle. Yeah, like this. So I'll put the pin, and then I go, and I have to finish somewhere here. I'll make a mark, you see, here. So I transfer it on the right side. So here I have to finish with my zip, here and here. Yeah, because here it's where I have my reverse stitch. So from here it will be strong. From here on we'll take the stitch off after we temporarily sew the zip in. Yeah, so the last stitch will be about here. So I'll mark my zip both sides because they have to be equal. Yeah, and now I start to sew. So I open this side and I concentrate, and I change the foot. If you see, it's a zip foot now in place instead of a sewing foot. Okay, so now I'll start and I will sew. Doesn't matter if you sew a little bit far from the teeth of the zip, because this will just, you can even tuck it if you feel better by tucking, but I will do it like this, yeah, and I go and I sew to the end. So check that your middle of the stitch, it's in the same direction with the middle of your zip, and then you are okay. Okay, so I am sewing even with the big stitch because this is not holding the stitch, the zip. It will just hold it in place for me to be able to go with the last stitch, that it will be the invisible foot stitch, and that will hold the zip. Yeah, so I come to here to the mark and I reverse. Yeah, that's it. So I did one side of the zip, it's in, okay, and now I turn it and I check the other side. I check it, I prepare it to be put into the machine, yeah, and I'll start exactly at the little line, blue line that I mark with the invisible pen. It will come out when the garment is ironed, yeah, so make sure that you catch the seam allowance, yeah, okay. So open good the seam allowance to not get a fold inside or anything. So yeah, you have to be very flat all the time. Everything you do, it have to be flat, yeah, okay. And here I go to the end and I'll reverse a little bit just to keep it in place. That's it. So now I attach my zip in place. Now I have to remove the foot, the zip foot, and I have to put the invisible foot, the invisible zip foot, yeah. So this, mine is plastic, but it can be metal, it can be anything. You have to put your thread inside, yeah, through this little gap, and make sure that both threads are going behind the foot, yeah, okay. So pull it, yeah, through, and now they go behind, yeah. Now we have to open the stitch that I did just to be able to keep the two parts together for the zip, yeah. It was just a preparation, and it's up to here to the blue dot that you see here, yeah. So I take this stitch, not the stitch that I sewed the zip, the actual seam stitch. So I take it off, and it will be easy to take it off because I make it with big stitch, 4 or 5 stitch, yeah. Okay, and now the zip is in place actually, but it's very far, you see, from the center of the zip. So we have to now open, the zip, yeah, so I open the zip to the bottom, put the little nose here and open it more, yeah, and this will give you space to be able to work. And now all we have to do is go and start from the beginning with another stitch, but this time much closer to the teeth of the zip, and this will put my invisible zip in place, yeah. So I open the teeth of the zip and I put it, there is a groove underneath this, there are 2 grooves, one on the right and one on the left. Make sure that you put it correct, because you know, if you start correct, you finish correct. If you start wrong, you can't finish correct, yeah. So I have to fiddle a little bit until I yeah. Now and you can move back to 2.5 your stitch size, yes, width. And now open, keep the teeth up like this, yeah, open it up, and you go and sew. Reverse, because now this is the real stitch, yeah. And if you want to be closer, you can adjust the needle. Look at the needle, how it's moving a little bit, yeah, to be as close as you can to the teeth of the zip, and like this it will be really invisible. So you sew one side, don't catch anything underneath, yeah, it's very easy to catch other parts inside of the zip. So, and I have to sew to about, so it's a little bit lower actually than the first one, probably because when you sew the things are moving a bit, stretching a bit, so I have to stop here, yeah, that's it. I reverse, and then I do exactly the same thing with the other side, yeah. Pull the thread. If the bobbin is rolling, then you know that the machine will start and will work good, because otherwise it might get tangled if the bobbin, it's, you know, sometimes the thread from the bobbin can jump and you will start. Now here the same, we have to start to sew from exactly from here, yeah, from about here. Okay, the same, arrange your zip properly, reverse, and now continue to sew to the other end. Check to not catch anything underneath, and this is our invisible foot in work. When you get to the end, reverse. Okay, and that's it. We attach the zip. Now I turn the puller of the zip this side, and then you'll see that it was caught a little bit. That's it. The zip, it's invisible. So the closer you sew to the teeth of the zip, the closer your sides are together, and then it will be an invisible zip because you don't see it. Practically it's the side seam and the zip, it's incorporated inside, yeah. Okay, so this is the thing. Now I have to turn the waistband once in, and my trousers will finish somewhere here. I will put a hook and eye, and this will be my finish result, yeah, my finished zip.